Okay, impromptu start to the podcast. Charles, our special guest, Cosmos and Light, who just joined us to inform us that they're trying to hoodwink you, Light. What's going on, buddy?
No, they didn't do anything. What it is that I haven't talked to them at all until today.
Okay.
About what time their top 8 will start because
you're good.
It's Mr. R.
Bro, get out, Jim. Your time was
shit! You guys already started.
Yeah, bro. Your time was last game, bro.
Come down and say hi.
Your time was last game.
Hey. I said your time was last game.
Get out.
His time is Rivals now.
Rivals,
he's a Rivals player.
Like, you should check the Rivals leaderboards and get back to me.
Oh, snap.
They're still not letting you in our country.
I can't hear you, bro.
They're still not letting you in our country.
Oh, my God.
I hate your country.
I love it.
That's messed up.
Anyways.
All right, you guys have a good podcast. I'm leaving.
Yeah, right now Ramen's here because I'm basically practicing with them once every single week so that I have a good offline practice at the very least.
I thought you were trying to sneak them in or something. What did I tell you about that?
Yo, chill.
I'm on my way back.
What does the number plate end with?
TWY.
This is I'm about to join Tweek Talks.
We're recruiting.
You can't. Charles already left.
The podcast drafts.
It's true, bro. I've been offering 2 first rounds in Cosmos for you for years, bro.
Huh?
I mean, not. I mean, Sylvanas.
Bro, get the fuck out.
Jesus Christ.
Bro,
that's my goat.
Bro, I'm going to not show up next episode. This is 2 scuffed episodes in a row.
This is why.
Come on, 3 strikes.
Goat.
It's a 3 strike.
I love ramen. We love ramen.
We do love ramen.
They love us. Okay, Light, tell us about your tournament. That was an angry door slam.
Was right.
What the fuck was that?
That was like I was grinding with an Inkling player for 3 hours.
Yep. And he was playing Inkling. So you know he's pissed.
That was those jokes were hitting a little too close to home slam.
a little bit. But that's okay.
But anyways, yeah, no, the tournament didn't do anything wrong. I contacted them today to see what time the tournament's top 8 started, which was like 7 or 8, because it's a 2.5 hour drive from my house to the tournament.
Sheesh.
And then a 2.5 hour drive back. And then I'm going to have to drive another 2.5 hours the next day because I'm going to a football game in New Jersey. Right. But I thought the tournament had like a $1,000 pop bonus. I ain't going to lie. I looked at it and it said $200 pop bonus, which I mean, for first place, it's like a $50 pop bonus. Let's be real. So like, I don't think I'm going to go anymore. You know, like I'm not trying to make that drive for that.
That sounds like some hot ass. I wouldn't make the drive. But you know who I appreciate making the effort to join the podcast? Charles, a.k.a. Chuck Nasty. We have had 85 episodes, and I am in disbelief that Charles has never been on an official episode.
Hey, man, I was on that one Metafy episode, right?
Yeah, well, we know how that ended. So
yeah, we not talk about Metafy over here anymore? Okay.
We could talk about it.
No.
Charles is a scorned former Metafy employee. Don't they still owe you your last check?
You know what's crazy is that you are on both BeastCoast and Metafy, and then you're not on both of them anymore, and they both just, I guess, basically disappeared.
Yeah.
What happened with that? Are you the connoisseur of killing companies?
No, whoa. Chuck keeps them alive.
That's true. And then they get rid of you, and then they're like, oh shit, we actually needed him.
Oh no, okay, guys, you don't see what's going on here?
What?
It's not that. They're getting rid of Chuck. Chuck's seeking revenge in the shadows.
No.
I hope the Tweek Talks.
I wish both of those companies the best of luck. I mean, it's when I saw all the BeastCoast stuff happening, I was actually like really sad.
Wait, what happened to BeastCoast? Did they just dissolve?
Oh wait, Phil, we can't hear you. You're muted. You're muted. On Discord.
Hello.
I hate it here.
Welcome to Lights Out Podcast, where we know how to do audio.
It's the end of the year. Things are going to happen. I apologize. What I was asking was what happened. Do you know exactly what happened with the BeastCoast MI6 takeover?
I don't know anything about it. The only thing I saw on Twitter was just, all the homies that I used to work with at BeastCoast, like announcing that they're like, some of them were going with the transfer, some of them were not. So that's the only thing I know. From what it looks like another company bought them out. Is what?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. And I mean, I checked most of the people that were on BeastCoast, and to see if like they were still in the bio, like if they had BeastCoast or anything else in their bio for the other company that bought them out. And it just looked like at least the people that I worked with the most, and like were like the closest to me aren't really still on the team or didn't really transition to the other team. So it's pretty unfortunate because BeastCoast, honestly, when I was on BeastCoast, it was definitely the best team I've been on. They've been very helpful. They've been very, they were definitely a very, very passionate team. So I have no bad blood towards them. They were a great team, and it sucks to see that the company just ended up going that way.
It does. And you know what? Now that we're like almost 3 years removed from this, Charles, let's talk about a BeastCoast experience that we had being on that team. Let's talk about it.
I don't want to. You want to do this?
Let's do it.
Oh, shit.
Come on. Look, I swear that they could have saved so much money for some reason, for the longest time, the owner of BeastCoast was obsessed with having Mortal Kombat. It was Mortal Kombat, right? What was the game?
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat players. And I would always be like, because I'm in the know, right? So I knew how much these guys are getting paid. And it's not that I don't think they deserve to get paid, but these niggas didn't show up to do anything. Charles was head of
getting paid.
I don't know. What was it, Chuck? NDAs are over.
No, I'm not saying.
It was like $2,500 a month. I feel like something around that ballpark, right?
Per player?
Okay.
I think so. Like it was something crazy like that.
Okay, that's not as bad. I thought it was gonna be like more than me. I was about to start crying.
But listen, Charles was head of content, and me and Charles used to live together.
And the FGC department. Cav was like the head of
right. Yeah. And Cav was amazing too. He'll land on his feet. That guy's incredible.
That was the Cav.
But Charles would be upstairs, and I'd be like, "Oh, I got to keep it down because I know he's doing a recording. He's gathering the troops to do a recording." But like I would walk around, I wouldn't hear anything. I'd like peek my head in there, and Charles just sitting there like this, just tapping. And I'd be like, "Hey, Chuck, what's going on?" He's like, just waiting for these Mortal Kombat players to show up. Check my watch. Chuck, has been like 30 minutes. Where they at? He's like, "It's a good question, Phil." And this continued for like half a year. And I was like, drop these niggas. They're not doing nothing for the team, bro. And then eventually they did drop them, and that cleared way for Cosmos, who took their salary and was making more money than he had any right to. Ain't that right, Cosmos?
Sorry, what?
This guy's not even listening.
Yeah, that's why he got took off BeastCoast.
To be fair, when I was on BeastCoast, content for BeastCoast was going very well when I was working with Charles. And then whenever Charles moved over to Metafy, that's when the content started to really slow down and not do too well on BeastCoast. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why BeastCoast and I parted ways. It was pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, let's talk about something that we would never talk about on Tweek Talk, something involving Charles. Just reality real quick. Charles, how does it feel being surrounded by so many people and so many opportunities in your Smash career? But every opportunity with your hard work ethic, you're just surrounded by people who don't even have half as much as your work ethic. How does that feel?
I mean, there was.
This is content, Charles. Never mind.
Both in BeastCoast and in Metafy, there was people that worked hard. I do have like a really weird work ethic in a sense where I don't expect people to match my work ethic because I think my work ethic is more like on the insane side, like just borderline workaholic or just a workaholic. So I don't expect that, but it does get frustrating to me when you can't do like the bare minimum or like the requirements. I think that's when I start getting irritated and stuff. And usually I'm doing most of the work I did in esports was management, like project management or content management. So that's when it really sucks because it's like, oh, hey, you're supposed to do this. And then I'm like, okay, tell these individuals that they have to do this, arrange this, this, and this. And then it doesn't get done. And it's like my fault. But if it would be easier if I was physically there and I'm like, okay, I'm physically here. You're physically here with me. Like, you must do this. It's way easier to do that way. But especially during quarantine and stuff, that was not feasible, right? And most esports things are just going to be done online. So that was extremely frustrating.
I wish we could have you run like a company or like run like a sponsored team, because I feel like people would get fired so often.
That's harder than you think, but yeah,
True.
It just depends on the landscape. But I mean, I'm very content with what I do in Smash now. It's way more tame. Obviously, I don't put as much time into it, but
for now,
for now. I mean, right now I'm just back at home, like trying to stabilize my mom's company. But after I do that, it should take about a year or so, and then I'll probably be back in California. Either I actually have no idea it's like. I have so many different life choices. I could try to do an accelerated bachelor's degree. I could go for like my real estate license, because what my mom's business is just real estate. So she just owns a bunch of houses that we rent out for like residential rentals. So I have a couple different options, but I do like that I put enough time in the Smash to commentate bigger events and then the Throne. So I have a ton of faith in the Throne. Like to me, that's like the one last hurrah in esports or Smash that I'm down to go into. And I'm going to spend the rest of my time doing, like real estate and other stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I love the Throne. I think the last 2 years have been amazing, and I'm very excited for next year. We can't disclose too much information. Nothing's like, no contracts are signed yet, but I'm very excited for what 2025 or like just the next Throne in general is going to be like.
That's right, Chuck.
I mean, we have a
and
Throne.
I'll be there no matter what.
Shut up.
I'll be there no matter what.
You could have came this year, but you wanted to go to Colombia, and then you got food poisoning. You got food poisoning. You didn't even go to Colombia.
It wasn't food poisoning. It was the flu. What the fuck, bro?
Oh, well, same shit.
No, you can't fly with the flu.
That's not true at all. Put a mask on. One of those liberals.
That's not where the issue lies.
I think it lies with you. I think it actually lies with you, like having things go on with your body when you're flying. Like, for example, not being able to hear out of the mirror. That's a real
You're just
thing,
being weak then.
Dude,
you're being a little bitch.
Bro, the last time I flew, when I had the flu, was the very first Let's Make Moves Miami. And I was like, I probably will be fine. And then I went to Let's Make Moves Miami. It was so bad that I couldn't hear at all through one ear. The next day, it got so bad that I was like, you know how like your hearing or your ear, like your ears are also your like equilibrium. They like help you with your balance. So since my ear was fucked up, I was so disoriented. So I was like honestly like struggling walking sometimes, and it was so bad that it didn't heal up. I couldn't fly back, and I had to take a 72-hour train to get back to Ohio. And I'm like, I'm never doing that shit ever again. I'm not dealing with that shit again.
What kind of train takes 72 hours?
I had to take 3 different trains.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's because I'm more awake today than usual, but I just feel like talking shit about every comment that's being made. I'm not going to though, because we've improved. But like, I had like a statement for that, but I gotta work on it. I'll work on myself. But that being said, Watch the Throne is a great event. Just don't say that Melee's not worth the content, or my community will cancel you too. But yeah, go on.
So another thing I'm actually down to disclose is the crazy thing about when Metafy let me go.
Oh, please tell this story.
Okay. So it was literally the day after all the circuits got like when everything went kaboom, when all the circuits went kaboom, like the Panda Circuit, Smash World Tour, like after that big day of announcement, it was like either the next day or the next couple of days, and Metafy just had like a mass layoff, and I just feel like I got added onto that list because I have no idea if it's true or not, but the timing was crazy. I was just like, holy shit, everything's going to shit in Smash. And you lost your job. And I was like, what? and the crazy thing is, like, all the content on the Smash side, to me, it felt like it was going great. We were getting a lot of stuff done. Obviously, not everything was perfect, and I'm not gonna tell all the stories involving the Smash content. You know what's funny though? We should tell them about the time we went to Copenhagen, right? We went to Copenhagen. Dude, it's the capital of Denmark.
Denmark.
Yeah. What the hell?
Dude,
So we went there to record a Mewtwo King documentary.
A Mewtwo King documentary.
Oh, I know about this. All right.
Yeah, you've heard about this. But essentially, and Phil was interested in working with Metafy, right? So Phil came down with me for free. And, I mean, they paid for his like flight and
Give
stuff.
me a flight, yeah.
Yeah, and it was kind of like more so just hanging out. I mean, I think this is hotel rooms in general in Europe, but like the hotel room was like crazy small. It was cool. Me and Phil were like able to walk around the area and stuff. But imagine, and the whole before this coming up, me and Phil were trying to convince them like, hey, maybe you could do a documentary on like Armada or Mango. Like there are other players that you probably would have to pay like a talent fee for and stuff, obviously, but Mewtwo King was down to do it for free. So they're like, no, we're doing it on Mewtwo King. And we're like, all right. Jesus. And then so we were there for a week. We were recording for like maybe, dude, we were like, 10-hour plus days.
Quick pause in the story. Oh, you're fine. I just want to say shout outs to Elida. She's the one who made that awesome birthday cake that has the logo on it. Good job.
Yay.
Clap it up.
That's my goat right there.
Clap us in the chat.
Keep it up.
Right.
Goddamn.
Keep it up.
Right.
All right, keep going.
Okay.
This is my last episode.
Okay.
It's now Charles out, not lights out.
But yeah, we were working for long hours, like 10 plus hours a day.
Yep.
It was rough. Like one of the days they got Mewtwo King wine and like we had to call it early. It was really fun.
He was drunk, right? Like
he was drunk, bro.
Yeah.
His turn.
Wow.
Imagine Mewtwo King getting drunk. I can't see it.
I can.
Dude, there is literally we were there for like a week, and we recorded for 5 days, and for like 10 hours a day. By the way, there is 50 hours of unused, unaired Mewtwo King footage from me, Charles, and Mewtwo King in Copenhagen, Denmark. That's just in the ether. Like I have like the crazy thing is we did all this, and then like wasn't it like 2 weeks later or whenever they switched content people and they were like, yeah, we don't want to use this. It was like, what?
Yeah, they're going to pivot. Well, it's crazy too, because I think Phil did an incredible job of getting like different angles and parts of the story of just Mewtwo King's.
I was squeezing water out of a rock.
You did an amazing job.
Damn.
Bro, Mewtwo King being drunk, I have to imagine that's like Mob from Mob Psycho, like getting like his 100% power shit. You know, like how like he like yeah, like how he starts off all normal and awkward, the meter goes up. Yeah,
and then it's just Mewtwo King Unleashed, bro.
Yeah, that's actually really crazy. I can't imagine spending a week there.
Yeah,
I mean, it was cool. That was the first time I've ever been in Europe, so
dude,
Copenhagen was cool.
We got there before. I don't know if we got there before Mewtwo King or after, but we all had a group chat, right? And then Mewtwo King texts the group chat. And he's like, hey, there's a problem. And he like shows his Uber cost. It's like over $2,000. And then the guy replies, he's like, Mewtwo King, you still have a connecting flight. Like, he didn't realize he still had a flight to go.
Oh my God.
Dude, it was I gotta go back and find this. I have to go back and find these messages. It's insane, bro. It is insane, bro. It was so funny. And like there was like stories, like he was like, oh, well, this might be controversial, so I don't know if I want to talk about this, which is why they bought him the wine. Like, let's loosen you up a little bit. Maybe you'll feel more.
Jesus Christ.
Woo.
Jesus Christ.
Mewtwo King 100, baby.
He was spitting, chat. He was spitting. Oh my God. Mewtwo King is a goat, bro. Mewtwo King is a goat. I'm glad he's back in America. I saw that tweet from him. I'm glad he's back.
He's back in America?
He's back. He's back from his South African journeys, apparently, and he's back in America.
Oh,
no
Let's go, Mewtwo King.
I didn't even know he was in South Africa.
Yes, you did. You did know that. Oh, this is my last episode.
Didn't we find out at MomoCon?
We've talked about it on the podcast before.
You did? When?
Remember he was playing like Melee Slippy and somebody figured out where his IP was coming from and was like South Africa?
I probably wasn't on that episode.
I swear you were.
I was not.
You don't really miss episodes anymore.
Yeah, I missed like 2 in the past couple months. I might do one of those.
Maybe, but yeah, that's crazy that he's back in America.
Lights crashing out.
I thought he was African officially. Now I saw the skin color changing. I thought it was a full discretion.
He was tanning.
He was tanning. Man came back. He Bombay.
Got the Wakanda fit on. Hold up.
Yo. He said, "What's good, Cosmos?"
Got the necklace.
Bro,
I gotta see that now.
Have you guys been playing Marvel Rivals?
I have, but I really want to.
Wait, you played it, Charles?
It's fucking Overwatch. It's Overwatch 3, dude, with Marvel skins.
Okay.
It's Overwatch
it's a
2.
really fun
Overwatch
game.
2 didn't happen.
I haven't touched it yet. Tell me about it. Is it good?
If you like Overwatch, like it is literally, it's just dead ass. It's just Overwatch.
It's fun, bro. It's.
If you like Overwatch, you'll like the game. If you hated Overwatch, I mean, you could give it a try, but it's Overwatch.
I think liking the characters can carry it a little bit.
Yeah. Like it can get you a little bit more invested.
Yeah, Overwatch is a very decent game to me. I like this game more just because of the familiarity to the characters, in my experience. Who do you play?
So my main character is Rocket Raccoon because I play just healers or support classes for most of my the games I play. So yeah, it's either Rocket Raccoon. I mean, Jeff is just broken, so I also play Rocket Raccoon or Jeff for support. Tanks.
Who the hell is that? Jeff?
Jeff the shark.
Man, yeah, it's
I've been seeing a lot of memes.
Baby shark. Yeah,
is that a real Marvel character?
Yes, from Spider-Man, right, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know where.
If he's from Spider-Man. I don't know. I can't tell you because I always get him confused with the shark from DC.
Yeah, I knew it's crazy because I like Rocket Raccoon as a character, and then I saw that he was a support character. I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh, they made him a support character, and then when I played him, I was like, holy shit, this is everything I want. He has crazy healing output, and then he has a dash. All I want is crazy healing output and a mobility. So especially when you're first playing the game, you don't know all the characters' ults and shit like that, but everyone says some they just scream out a voice line. So whenever you hear someone scream out a voice line, even if you don't know what the fuck it is, someone's ulting, you need to get the fuck out. So my instinct is oh, I hear a voice line.
Oh, well, he did get
You lagged out. You heard the voice line. You were gone.
I was out. I right when I heard it, I was out, dude.
He said, "Let me try to turn on my connection real quick."
Incredible.
Yeah, that's actually a clip.
But yeah, it's a very fun game. And then tanks, bro. I like Magneto is very fun. Venom's broken and very easy. So those are the two tanks I like. And I haven't really tried any DPS, but I would like to try Wolverine.
Worst character in the game.
He's the worst. Oh, now I don't want to try him anymore. But he's so cool.
He's your King DDD, bro.
It's gonna be crazy when they add Deadpool. Deadpool's gonna go crazy.
I play Spider-Man and I play Black Panther.
Of course,
I do kind of want to play Captain America just because when he ults, he just yells "assemble." She's like "assemble!" That is low key really raw. I want to play that.
It's a super fun game.
I haven't had a chance, but I see a lot of people talking about it. I want to say the designs. My God, the designs are gorgeous.
The game is beautiful, man.
Put that on the screen for you guys to see. The designs look absolutely fantastic. One of the things I think helps a game like this is it being aesthetically pleasing. You know, we talk about it, Chuck. I don't know if you watch every episode, but we talked about it a couple months ago. This game, Concord, is the exact opposite of that. Look at these shitty designs. This old lady. This old lady, old Tubbs over here. Look at this crap. It's just trash.
Oh, Concord, that was a hero fighter, right?
Yeah, it was. It was fighting for its life. That's why it got shut down. But this game, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Didn't they dump 400 million or something crazy into Concord?
I think it was 200 million.
Or 200, some ridiculous number. I mean, I think once you get into the triple digit millions, you're like, okay, this is ridiculous. And then it just completely flopped, right? Probably one of the biggest failures in gaming history.
100%.
In terms of the scaling. Yeah.
Pretty fucking shit.
It should be at the Game Awards just for that, honestly.
biggest flop of the year. Dude, that would we need to make a toxic Game Awards. That would be so funny.
Dude,
we can make it.
I'm down. What the hell?
You're just flaming.
Cut that out. We got to make that ourselves when we're bigger.
Low key.
We got to start with Smash first. All right, most carried player of the year goes to just all the
we could absolutely do that for an episode this year. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Charles, would you be down to present the nominations?
Can we wear suits?
Yeah, sure.
100%.
You know, it's crazy. We don't even wear suits when we commentate, bro. That's how you know we're getting serious.
Yeah, can we wear suits and like we actually like we do this somewhere, you know? We do like worse. We can have them come too. We can invite them. Like you've been invited for most carried of the year.
Dude, let's make big moves. Oh my God.
Yeah, speaking of which, I was randomly thinking about this, about Let's Make Big Moves. Why is it called that? Like
they're making big moves.
I don't know. Let's Make Moves.
No, I really like Let's Make Moves. And then I was like, next year they're like, Let's Make Big Moves. I'm like, okay, kind of stupid, but
and then they just kept calling it that.
Yeah, I was like, it's kind of stupid, but I like what they're doing. Like, I like that they're making it, like they're saying like, okay, we're going bigger, right? And then it just kept being Let's Make Big Moves. And I was like,
what did you want the third one to be? Let's make bigger moves, and then
let's make the biggest moves.
That's what I thought was going to happen. Actually,
yeah,
let's make huge moves.
Let's make core movements. Like,
let's make astronomical moves.
Yeah, like for real,
astronomical. Like, that's the last one, bro. Calm down.
Yeah. But no, like that's literally what I thought was going to happen, though. Like I thought they were going to do some shit like that, and then it became big moves every year, and I was like, I don't really like this. It's like it's just me, though. It's just me.
Well, I think
move sounds cleaner, but yeah.
Well, I mean, they shorten it to LMM or LMBM. I like LMBM better.
LMBM sounds better than LMM. I agree with that. But when I hear the words out loud, I'm like, man, I miss it. Look, if someone in the chat said, let's make ultimate moves, even that's that's
you smart. Definitely could have kept LMBM and kept changing the name, though. You could have had let's make big moves, let's make bigger moves, let's make biggest moves.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, let's put that on a t-shirt.
Adjectives. Yeah, adjectives that start with B are the only contenders.
let's make some basic moves, you know?
Let's let these bitches make some moves.
Let's make basic moves. That's the Steve Band tournament, right? That's
true.
Base game. Uninstall all the patches, base game. I always wanted to do that.
Moves.
Let's make bad moves. Steve is unbanned.
Let's make bad moves.
Bro,
I always wanted to. What do you guys think of this? Because this is an actual side event we're thinking about for the throne, where we have a bracket where it's just the base game, like the straight up, like out of the package base game, and we
minus
have
Sonics. Yes, I agree.
No, but Sonic. Remember, Sonic was nerfed. His up air did not work.
Pre-patch.
No, yeah, like literally base game in a sense. The first patch on release. So I think the only thing that was super toxic, and you guys it's a long time ago, but I think the only thing you could do in that game that was really toxic in that specific patch, because we can't, it's like if we get a fresh Switch and we delete all the data and then put in the game, then it's the base game, like on the first patch, right? But they had a hotfix patch right after because you could Z drop and hit stun. So like, which is crazy. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but you could Z drop during hit stun when the Ultimate first released. So if we did, the only problem, you're in hit stun and you press Z and you drop it in defense and you can break combos. It was fucking broken.
That's not awesome.
Well, yeah, I think about all the item characters that are meta right now. Well, yeah. So it's like, if we did do that, I feel like we'd have to tell the players like, hey, you're not allowed to Z drop it stun. But that's the only
it's just a bracket. It's just one bracket.
Yeah, and it's like a for fun thing. Oh my God. You guys are going to meta game? Like,
yeah, bro. Why not?
Everyone's just Peach and they're like, all right, hit me. And then you fucking Z drop reversal 0 to death them.
If it's pre-patch, I think top 2 in that tournament is like me and Gluttony.
Oh, like, Pluto would go fucking crazy, yeah.
Fox's only thing that changed really that I care about is that Fox's dare was way worse pre-patch. Like, I lost sets because people would fall out and they would mash and a smash attack would come out and it would just kill me. But like, other than that, Fox is like the same character.
But like, it would be cool to see Leo probably play Lucina. I mean, he could go Ike. He could go a bunch of characters, but I'm trying to think of like who Leo would play. I'm assuming Lucina.
I think it's
Wolf. He used to play Wolf too. His Wolf was nasty.
Bro, is Spargo playing pre-patch Cloud? I want to see your let's snap, buddy.
Tweek with pre-patch Diddy Kong where he could actually infinite you.
He's not going to infinite though.
No, but that's the thing though. That's all Diddy Kong had back then. He doesn't have anything else.
Needed though.
No, dude. No, Diddy's okay. Let me tell you how bad Diddy's recovery was. Okay, Diddy Kong's charged up B, it sank so fast while charging. You got more height just ripping the up B and not charging it than fully charging it. If you fully charge it, you would actually go lower, and you couldn't go as horizontal before. Like Diddy was ass pre-patch.
We would just play Wario.
Yeah, Wario or PT, like he or Wolf. Like he has a lot of options.
Wouldn't the Buzz do well too? Olimar was busted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost busted.
How is Inkling doing so well with all these characters? Inkling didn't get nerfed.
Inkling did get nerfed. Roller berry.
That's the only nerf that she got though, and then she got buffed.
Really fucking big deal, dude. That's a. Really
it really
big deal.
wasn't though.
Wait, what was the nerf?
You were
grounded for longer.
You were grounded for longer, or they made it easier to get out of the berry. Something.
I don't think that's a big nerf because I feel like nowadays in the current meta, it's just hard to hit the roller in general.
Yeah, it's really not that big.
Yeah, but there's times where you hit roller at 90 and they would just 80 to 90, and if you had rage, they would just be dead, even with. I feel like
it should be that way. If I'm being real with you, like I feel like that should still be the case.
It honestly for like half the cast is still that way, especially because 90% of the people that play Smash don't know how to mash.
Or don't pre-mash. Pre-mashing is very important. Like if you know you're about to get grabbed, like pre-mashing is essential.
How do you get your hands on an unspoiled copy of Ultimate? How do we do that?
You just get a Switch and you wipe all the data off of it. Like you just factory reset your Switch and you insert a game cartridge because the patch is downloaded onto your Switch. Like I said, we can't pick a specific patch. You can't be like, I'm going to download up to this patch specifically, and like we'll have Joker, and like this is the Genesis patch or whatever, right? Like you have to. It's either current patch or no patch at all. So, like I said, the only toxic thing would be Z dropping in his son.
Pichu would be good, but no one plays Pichu, so
we'll just throw Void in the bracket.
Void's back.
Why not?
Yeah,
I think it would be really funny to see all the people that play DLC now playing that, like Akolo or even Mia. Because Mia would still destroy people because I don't think Game & Watch has ever been touched. Mia would still fuck people up. Yeah,
Mia would be like, interesting to see all worse.
All the Fighter Pass players, like watching what characters they would play. I think it would be an interesting side event. It could be like single limited. It doesn't have to be something too serious, but like, is that something that would interest you guys? You think it would have fun in it? I just would like to hear.
I think it would be interested if it was like at an invitational, not
invitational. Yeah,
not like
something like the Throne
big tournament. Yeah,
I feel like
that would be interesting.
I would biasly have fun in it because I play a character that didn't really get changed like that.
Your dare doesn't work.
Yeah, that's a big deal. But I've actually recently been learning that, like, I hate that move anyways.
And your fair is worse. That's a big deal.
Okay. I don't know how true that is. Because a lot of people think that I started fairing because the fair buffs. But I just started fairing because, like, I didn't even know the fair buffs were a thing until, like, a year after I was, like, trying stuff with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I did not know the fair buffs were a thing. I would never look at patches because Fox never got touched. The moment Fox's dare got touched, I stopped looking at patches.
Christ.
What?
I would never look at patches because Fox never got touched. You have to learn about your game, bro.
No, you guys would just tell me things. Like if things were important, I'd see it on Twitter. Like, oh my god, ZSS got nerfed, and then I'm posting party pictures, you know? But literally, like Fox. Fair. I'm pretty sure most of the stuff that I do now would still work. It's just I never tried to do them before. And I'm not going to give any other Fox mates credit because I literally implemented everything with this character. So, yeah.
Yes, the gap between you and the next best Fox is quite large. And I mean, Kanenabe and Pissariman was kind of closing the gap, but then it got bigger again. It's
not even just that. I'm not saying like they were like drastically like worse than me. I just don't think any of them were like innovators. Like they weren't trying to do new shit. They just did the strong things, you know? That's right. Kind of what I mean.
Because you are the best, though, it puts you in a position to do that. Like you have to pave the way. Like you have to figure out these matchups, and there's no other Fox that's better than you for you to just kind of copy ideas. So you just have your toolkit, and you're like, all right, so how do I deal with X move, Y move?
That's why I miss Larry, man.
Yes, Larry, amazing player.
There was some movement on you and Larry. I mean, I'm not gonna say what it was, but kind of sad it didn't really materialize.
What are you talking about? Oh, it's still technically a possibility.
Okay.
I can explain that, but I can't explain it here, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually just something that has never fully been answered because something else is taking place right now. And it's much more important than like my thing.
I love talking in riddles.
And that is, you know what's taking place right now? It's the Inkling Renaissance.
Oh, God.
And that's why he's not talking about it right here.
You know what?
You shit I got for that, bro? Like for telling Cosmos to play Inkling like a year or two ago.
Wasn't Charles vehemently against that?
Charles was the biggest hater, actually. He was the biggest hater.
Yeah. I even got a picture with Inkling at the Nintendo Live event just because I was so much of a hater. I was like, I need this solo pick with Inkling immediately so I could send it to Cosmos.
And he did.
Yeah,
and then I lost in France.
God.
You did lose in France. Shit. Damn, that's tough. But
And we're never going back there.
True. But you did get hold on. He did get a victory this past weekend over the best Kirby in the world.
Congratulations.
What's his name again?
Gilhu.
Gyu Kugu.
Like the chocolate.
What the fuck?
No, you said Gyu. Like the chocolate milk nigga. Like, but yeah, no, I would never want to fight him. So good for you.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if we're just talking purely statistics, last time I played him with Aegis, I lost.
Okay,
so
this time I played Inkling, I won.
But that's not good though.
So if you're talking statistics, theoretically, Inkling is a better character than Aegis right now for me.
I think for you, having a character with a consistent recovery so you can't choke on a recovery aspect is very important.
I mean,
so you can't jump off ledge, air dodge in.
Let's just be honest. I'm still gonna SD. Like, we're just gonna keep it real right now. It's still gonna happen. I'm still gonna get clowned for it.
That's not the problem, though. The problem isn't that you SD with Aegis. The problem is that you fucking jump off ledge and air dodge in, or you jump past ledge and air dodge in.
Bro,
you're not gonna do
you're
that.
You're saying that's the problem with Aegis. That's literally the reason why I lost to Mars at full bloom, like month 2 or 3 of Ultimate.
But that's different. That was month 2 or 3 of Ultimate. You're doing this shit 7 years into the fucking game with the second best character in the game.
That's the thing. Like, it's clearly not the character's issue. That's what I'm saying.
If you are still doing that same thing with Inkling, a character who has so many options in that position, Jesus.
I can't help it, Ma. The air dodge is just too juicy.
It's not even like a good option. Like,
it's not. Every time I do it's like the worst. It's like almost as bad as the spar dodge at main stage.
The spar dodge.
Almost as bad as that option.
Yeah, it's literally the same option, except you're doing it closer to the stage. You know, like
it's not. It's not the same option, but it's almost as bad.
You're right. You know what? He expended both his options in one click. I don't know how he had. Spargo had like an input that it's like he clicked the L button and then it jumped and air dodged at the same time. It was impressive.
Yeah, it's like double down was an option, and he was like, "No, fuck that, triple down." And he pressed the button.
It's like he literally tripled down because he had to put his joystick back to neutral to get the neutral air dodge. So he wanted to do that.
That's insane. Dude, it's so funny. Like, you're running away from Pyramithra, and Mr. E is running towards her. Do you see that Mr. E tweet that became a meme sensation among all the people in Smashland? Welp, it's time. Playing Lucina was great, and I feel like she taught me the game through a lens that grew my fundamentals as a player like no other. Practically every win with her felt truly earned, and I valued it a lot. I'll always have Lucina, but I'm maining Pyramithra. Big changes, folks.
You read that.
That's how I read it in my head.
It's funny though, because I guarantee you, Mr. E is he's not a dramatic person. He's a very passionate person. So I would not be surprised if he sounds something like that whenever he's saying it in person.
Fair.
I just think it's stupid, personally.
Why? To not play Lucina or to main Aegis?
Yeah. It's just
I'll give it a couple of weeks.
I don't know, bro. I get it. Like, he got sauced at our online tournament, and then he got sauced at the in-person tournament. Like, Lucina's great, but she's limited, bro. You got to pick a cheat character, and Aegis is one of them.
Bro, we're getting a new game like next year. Just get sauced for one more year, bro. Like,
no.
I just don't think it's worth it. Like, in all actuality, I think he's a very good player, but I don't think it's worth wasting his time on picking up an entirely different character unless, like, this game's going to be the game we play for drastically longer, unless we do get a deluxe instead of a new Smash game, and, like, We're playing the
Then
same.
why do you support me playing Inkling right now?
Because that's not you playing an entirely different character. That's you playing a character that you're already fundamentally sound with. You just need to wipe off dust and apply the new knowledge that you know. But he doesn't play Aegis. Also, he's like me in the sense where it's like he doesn't play other characters. So we're not Spargo. We're not Leo. Like we don't be like, ooh, this guy has a sword and we can fucking counter pick and play top 10 players with that character. You know,
yeah,
we can't.
He's been playing Lucina since Smash 4, and I'm pretty sure he played Brawl. I'm pretty sure he played more than Brawl.
Yeah, that's the point I mean. It's like I don't think he has, and that's not disrespectful to him. I think his Lucina is amazing, but much like myself, a lot of people who do solo maining for such a long time, we do not have that ability to just play another character at the top level, at least within like months. Like it's either gonna take longer or it's gonna take a lot of losing that a lot of us aren't willing to do. Like you might find yourself switching because you're at a major and it sucks to lose, you know? If he could break those barriers, then maybe he can do it. But I just think it's not worth it at this point of the game. And I just think that it's going to take a long time to do.
It's a very big commitment. Yeah, for sure. Especially if you've been playing the same character for multiple games.
A solo main.
Towards the end of the lifespan of this game, yeah. It's definitely a dice roll.
I just think it's funny that he made that tweet after the other, like a while back, he made the tweet saying that he was the best Lucina in the whole fucking world when, you know, Proto Bannon was right there. So
wait, no. He made that. Well, I guess maybe he made two tweets because he made that tweet like 2 months ago when he beat Tweek in winners in bracket. I remember. I'm the best effing Lucina, and don't you forget it.
Lost.
Tweek, that pissed me off.
Tweek did not forget it because he ran it back.
But I saw that tweet and I literally was like, yeah, I'm watching the next episode of Tweek Talks. Because I just figured
if you think you're the best Lucina, then I mean you might as well just copy Proto Bannon and also play Min because he was winning with both those characters.
Okay, so do you think Mr. E currently is better than peak Proto Bamham's Lucina?
No, I don't think he ever was.
I'm sorry, Eric. I love you, but no.
That's exactly why I don't think he should like stop solo maining Lucina. Because I think there have clearly been shown heights that he has not reached yet. And if that's the point, it can be his fault, not Lucina's.
I think if he kept playing Lucina and kept, because he definitely recently locked in more on the game. Like he's definitely focusing on getting a lot better right now. And I feel like if he kept playing Lucina before the game's lifespan ends for the next game that's coming out, he could definitely hit top 50. That's what I think.
Wait, whoa. You don't think he's top 50?
I mean, is he top 50? I don't think he's gone top 50.
He doesn't go to everything. And if I'm being real, I think top like 40 through 50 is like a participation reward. Let's be real. Like, I think Eric is top 50. It is a participation. You just
you're right.
No, I haven't hit it then.
It's like you showed up to several majors. You showed up to several majors and you got top 32 this many times. Congratulations, you're 45. Or you're Japanese.
Well,
that does help.
I think
or you're Japanese.
I would say the top 30 is like obviously it is about skill, and the order of top 30 is about skill, but it's also those players are probably the players that have the funds or are located in certain hotspots for Smash, right?
Yes.
Because even when we think about Smash 4, you know, I would say a lot of the top 50 in the PGR, a lot of it was SoCal, especially like 30 to 50 or 40. Award. Right, exactly. And it's like, I mean, they did get ranked top 50, but I mean, getting to play the best players or having a chance to play the best players in the world once a month is kind of a huge advantage without having to spend any like hotel money or, you know, airflight money or anything like that. So yeah, I agree with Paris. Like a participation reward.
I think.
I mean, you still have to get decent wins to get there, but yeah.
Yeah, I do think top 30, probably even top 25 through 50 would be wildly different if every like relevant player in the world was like.
Well, obviously, yeah. Even like anything under top 15 would be much more different, honestly. Yeah. Like only the top 10 players are like the most consistent players. And after that, it can be a toss up for anybody to just lose to a high level player because that's how the game is right now.
Yeah.
Higher level players can lose to high level players, and the top players are the ones that like, or the top 10 players are the ones that are like the most consistent. But like my only thing is like, Mr. E hasn't gone to enough, and I'm just saying like he could definitely do it if he goes to enough. And it's to the point where it's like, is if you are willing to switch to Aegis, what is the point of you switching to Aegis? If you're willing to switch to Aegis, I feel like, for me personally, what I would think is that you're taking the game much more seriously, or you hold a lot of weight in the game and you want to travel a lot more because you're willing to pick up a top tier DLC character. So I'm saying if you are willing to pick up a top tier DLC character, you probably want to be ranked high. If you want to be ranked high, you are going to go to more tournaments. If you're going to go to more tournaments, if you're Mr. E, I feel like you can just go to more tournaments and play Lucina and you'll be ranked anyway. And you'll get better because you'll be playing against more people. And you don't have to switch characters in order to get more wins. You just have to play more top players and just be more consistent. That's it.
But that might not be what he wants. Like, it doesn't really matter.
True. I just don't know what he wants.
I mean, I would have figured what he wants is what everyone wants, is to be good at the game and to be consistent, you know?
Yeah.
And I just don't think he's getting what he wants. Like, if he goes to a bunch of majors and, like, he gets some good wins, but he participates a lot, yes, he's going to be top 50. Will that make him a good player in his mind? Probably not, because he's already been there before, and he lives in one of the strongest, like, strongest regions in the country. So, like, there are times where he's going to be inconsistent, you know, which he probably doesn't like, that inconsistency, because it feels really fucking good to be dominant in a region full of some of the best players in, like, the country, and it's hard to do there. But that's probably what he wants to see. To be honest, if he is dominant in New York if he's dominant in Tri-State, then I'd say, like, he has a good chance to be, like, a top 20 to, like, 30 consistently player.
Fair.
I actually. Go ahead, Phil.
No, go ahead.
I actually want to hear you guys' take on this. So, if you are a Smash player that's not sponsored, right, and you have resources and you could travel right now, I would assume the play would be to actually save up your money and wait till the next Smash game launches and just kind of go to more regional things and grind out, like, the tail end of this game. And then, because let's be real, the part of a Smash lifespan for competitive that matters the most is always the first year, right? Like, that's the year that you want to go dummy hard, like you're grinding for 10 plus hours a day, and that's the part that really matters the most. Yeah. So kind of saving your resource. If you don't have a sponsor, obviously, if you have a sponsor, you can just go to whatever, then go to whatever, obviously just get the experience, you know, do your job as a player, yada, yada. But if you're kind of on the more freelance side at this point, I feel like you kind of want to pool your resources for the next Smash game. I mean, it's not confirmed or anything, obviously, but we're just anticipating it, right? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts about it.
It's coming up.
It's
gonna be one. It's gonna be one. Are you saying, like, about the new Smash game, or about, like, your opinion about, like, where they should spend the resources?
Yeah, like conserving your resources, and I'm sure this is something that you guys have gone through, right, as players, because you guys didn't start off being sponsored. So
yes, I was not sponsored until Genesis of the first tournament. There was a good amount before that. I think that is a very good idea. I don't think a lot of adults will use that, because I think adults will be like. I think a lot of adults or young adults will say, I want to spend my money, like, wait to spend my money, like, at this Smash tournament, like, when the next game comes out, and they'll probably just spend it on other daily necessities, honestly, because that's how adults are. But I do think realistically that is what people should do. People should save their money for the next Smash game, which means a lot of people might be in a lot of unfortunate scenarios, because a lot of people don't live near Tri-State, or live in California, or live in Michigan, where I think Michigan has a pretty strong scene still. But, like, yeah, so a lot of people will be in a lot of unfortunate scenarios, but I do think it is the most optimal.
Carpooling to regional sounds super reasonable, though. Like, carpooling somewhere is very cheap. So
yeah,
I'm talking, like,
pitching for gas.
You have to fly, like, coast to coast.
To fly somewhere.
If you had to do something, I would say, like, if you want to invest in going, like, one big thing, like, pick, like, a Genesis or a SmashCon, a port priority when they come back, like, make it one big event. And then, like, to your point, Chuck, pool those resources and be smart about it. Because, yeah, that next game is just around the horizon. Let me tell you guys. Go ahead.
I was going to say, on the flip side of that, what are the chances of you being good if you're just saving your resources and not going to the best thing you can go to now?
You got rent money then.
I mean, fair. I mean, that was my point, though, is that, like, theoretically, my thought process is always, the next Smash game, like, as you can see from World of Smash 4 and Smash 4 Ultimate, the next Smash game, whether it's deluxe or a very new one, it's not going to be, like, so drastically different to where, like, you're learning a completely new game, like, you're going from Ultimate to Melee or something. So playing Ultimate at tournaments and stuff and like making sure you're using your resources to also improve at the game isn't honestly a waste of time, because a lot of people that were very good at the end of Ultimate or at the end of Smash 4 transition to being the top players in the beginning of Ultimate. Yep. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty similar. I'm pretty sure there's going to be like a lot of other people that stop playing Ultimate or stop focusing on Ultimate as hard. Like Void, he's going to come back and he's going to go to tournaments. He's obviously going to do very well. But like people that are doing very well right now, like Akola, Mia, Sonic, Light, people like that, they're going to go into the next game and they're going to be like top 5, top 10 players right off the bat, because it's going to be a very similar play style from both games.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so I do feel like using your resources, like understanding that whenever the next game comes out, it will be similar, is also very beneficial. It's just like you don't want to expend all your resources, because obviously it is definitely important to go to as many tournaments as you can from the beginning of the game, because that's not just like how you'll get a sponsor, but like if you do want to at some point make a living off of it, you're gonna have to do content, and people do watch the streams of the people that are playing the best at the beginning of the game. That's just how it is. And even 3-4 years later, if you are still streaming, you'll still be seen as one of the legacy players that people want to watch, that they think are like, oh, this guy is like the face of this Smash game, essentially.
Yeah. That's right, baby. That's what I want. That's what's going to happen. We will be at the forefront every step of the way as Charles gets closer and closer to becoming a permanent member of Lights Out.
What the fuck?
Chuck Nasty, we appreciate you stopping by. Did you enjoy your first official episode of Lights Out?
Yes, I did. It was a good time. Before I dip, though, I just got to say I'm excited for the lucky trade, Paris. I got a lucky trade with Paris and Vicky. Trying to get my third Shundo. Need to make sure Phil and Gavin are both on standby, because they are the best Shundo good luck charms. So really looking forward to that.
Literally,
maybe. I got a Hundo Hopping today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Literally, the fact that I play this fucking Pokemon Go game every day and give so much effort and I can't get a Shundo is insane. I've actually ordered a secondary Android phone off of Amazon. I'm going to root it, hack it, pack it, log in, and I'm going to get a couple of Shundos actually during this December event that's reliving all the community days. So suck it.
Starting a new account?
All right.
No, I'm going to log into my old one.
Y'all heard it here first. E is doing illegal things.
No, it's not illegal.
Documented right now.
It's not illegal. It's strategy. Okay?
It's not illegal. It's giving yourself a successful advantage.
Exactly. I've given you people so much. I just want a little.
No.
Your first Shundo will come soon. I just hope it's not a whack-ass Pokemon. That would
I don't
suck.
care. I just want something. I was going to talk about Coinbox. I'm so dejected. I don't even care. Shout out to Syrup for winning Coinbox. That tournament was it was something, bro. Good God. It was something. But yeah.
Both Sonic players got 5th.
Yeah,
hey, you got the puzzle done, right?
Dude,
you got the puzzle done?
I did. I'm glad you brought that up. I did get the puzzle done.
You about to break it.
You can see it. You can see it a little bit more clear.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
We're done. This episode's over. Subscribe. We'll see you next week, maybe. Bye.
Wait, was I right? He dropped it?
Shut up.
He dropped it.